Mic check 1 2. Let's get it. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. We're just about to do this. Let me keep up. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And we are live, my guys. Mic check. Okay, I see the mic is working okay. I don't know if the music is still going on. Let me just take care of that. Trade on my mic and aux. Okay, we are just about. I see there's someone else watching. You're welcome. You're welcome. You are welcome. Let's see what we can get today from these markets. Yeah, I think the music is no longer working. Let me just make sure. We are just about. Okay, we're good. Mic check. Why is it I can't catch my whatever from my? Just give me a minute. Mic check 1 2. I can't hear myself. Ding, 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 ding. Sorry about the squeaking, whatever sound of my chair. It's comfortable though. Okay, let's just keep going. I can't hear myself, so I believe you guys can hear me okay. If you can't hear me, just let me know in the chats. But I believe I'm there. So today we're gonna let's talk about I don't know if the Kenyan over there, so let me just switch to my struggling English. So we've looked at JONAH 1, 2, and 3 the last 3 days. So today let's finish this thing and see what God has in store for us in JONAH chapter 4, right? So we're gonna see if there's any gems. Recap of yesterday where we saw some gems was in verse 9 and verse 10. Yeah, to see what gems like I got from there, you can go to yesterday's stream, and in the beginning of the video I read this word, and so what God was saying to me that morning. So let's see what James will get here, right? And then after that, we can go straight ahead to the charts and see if today's 12 p.m. candle can be of any use to us. So the last 3 days have been red days, but we'll talk about it when we start that stream. So for now, let's just do this quickly and see what stands out in this fourth chapter. So let's begin. Unfortunately, I can't hear my voice. I don't know what I messed up in the settings, but I believe you guys can hear me okay. So it has to do something. But I see my mic is working okay. So yeah, I can hear myself, so I don't even need this. I'll fix that later. So this change of plans greatly upset Jonah. Wait a minute. Yeah. Because God sent Jonah, go tell those guys I'm going to destroy them. So Jonah finally obeys, goes to Nineveh, and he starts walking around the city, telling them, "You guys are going down. You're going to see some Sodom and Gomorrah style on your city." But then the king, believed what Jonah said, and he sent out a decree that everybody should fast. And what else? We see him doing like an act of humility here, right? Where he stepped down from his throne and then removed his robe, took off his royal robe, and he put on a sackcloth, right? That Balak right there is sackcloth, right? So that is someone who's taken himself to the ground, and he sat on a heap of ashes. So everybody was fasting, even the animals. And then we see God changes his mind, right? He repents. He changes his mind from carrying out the evil that he had planned to do in Nineveh, right? So he changed his mind and did not carry out the destruction he had threatened. Now look at Jonah. So now Jonah is angry at God. Hey, this guy, this prophet Jonah. Jonah's anger at the Lord's mercy. So let's see what we can get from this fourth chapter, right? This change of plans greatly upset Jonah, and he became very angry. Why? So he complained to the Lord about it. There's a gem right here. Let me just, before I do this. This is one gem from this chapter. Nuts. Listen to this. This so this change of plans greatly upset Jonah, and he became very angry. So he complained to the Lord about it. This is what he told God. Did I not say before I left home that you will do this, Lord? What? That is why you will do this. Do what he did here in the last verse, right? God changed his mind. So Jonah is mad because he knew that God would change his mind. So this is what it later says. Did I not say before I left home that you will do this, Lord? That is why I ran away to Tarshish. I knew, listen to this, that you are a merciful and compassionate God, slow to get angry and filled with unfailing love. You are eager to turn back from destroying people. Just kill me now, Lord. So Jonah was like, "Oh man, you made me to do some kiraya work here. You made me do all this for nothing." Well, I knew that you will not destroy these people. So this is the reason why Jonah refused to go to when so let's go back to Jonah chapter 1 and see this. The Lord gave this message to Jonah, son of Amittai: "Get up and go to the great city of Nineveh. Announce my judgment against it, because I have seen how wicked its people are." But Jonah did the opposite. Jonah got up and went into the opposite direction to get away from the Lord, because he knew, God, you're playing games with me. I know you're not going to destroy these people. So that is why Jonah disobeyed God, right? Because he knew God will not do what he had sent him to do. So that right there is a gem, and we can see what God is like when we turn away from our wickedness by him showing us his goodness, because it's the goodness of God that brings man to repentance. Nothing else will bring you to repentance. It's the goodness of God. Not judgmental people, not people pointing you at your feet. That won't work. It can only work for a minute, but until you see the goodness of God, that is when you will repent. So repentance is brought about by goodness of God. So when you're praying, you have to pray for God to keep showing you his goodness. Keep showing you his goodness, because his goodness brings man to repentance. So you just change, like automatically you just change. 3 months, 6 months down the line, you don't even believe some things that you let go because of seeing the goodness of God. So let's keep going. Just kill me now, Lord. I will still have time. I'd rather be dead than alive if what I predicted will not happen. If what you told me to prophesy will not happen, I'd rather be dead. The Lord replied, is it right for you to be angry about this? Then Jonah went out to the east side of the city and made a shelter to sit under as he waited to see what would happen to the city. So this guy went somewhere to sit down and see God destroy and to see God destroy the crap out of Nineveh. I hope crap is not a bad word. And the Lord God arranged for a leafy plant to grow there, and soon it spread its broad leaves over Jonah's head, shading him. Who is my water? Come on now, it's right here. And shed the verse 6 right here. So the Lord God arranged for a leafy plant to grow there, and soon it spread its broad leaves over Jonah's head, shading him from the sun. This eased his discomfort, and Jonah was very grateful for the plant. But God is playing games with Jonah. But I'd rather God to play games with me than the devil. But God also arranged for a worm. The next morning at dawn, the worm ate through the stem of the plant so that it withered away. And as the sun grew hot, God arranged for a scorching east wind to blow on Jonah. Now, this is something else about the winds. If you know about the four winds of the earth, you don't want to be in front of the east wind, because uh, the east wind is meant to blow away curses and your enemies, anybody against you. So when you're praying, you can add this in your prayer, that God, may the four winds of the earth blow in my favor. So the other winds, the north and the south, I think I'll get my facts right and then I'll share this with you. But there's one wind that blows fragrance towards you, so you smell nice. So let's say you have a business, people are attracted to that business. And then there's another wind that brings opportunities to you. Like you can have like two shops. Yours is just a small shop and the other one is so big, but people are attracted to yours. That has something to do with this forming. So that's something else we can whatever. But the east wind, you always want to be behind it. You want it to blow in your favor, blowing away your enemies and those people, like people, things, and anything that wants to, mess up with your journey. So God arranged for scorching east wind to blow on Jonah. The sun beat down. So you can say God arranged for a scorching wind to blow against my enemies. And I'm playing, but sometimes, man, you have to say that prayer. And then you also have to be merciful, because what if you are the one who's the enemy? So that has you thinking twice, right? Because we have to pray for God's mercy. Anyway, let's keep going. So, and as the sun grew hot, God arranged for a scorching east wind to blow on Jonah. The sun beat down on his head until he grew faint and wished to die. So God provided a plant to provide shade for Jonah. And then now God is taking away that plant. Then now the sun is now beating down on Jonah's head, and it adds to his sorrow and misery, that he even the sun beat down on his head until he grew faint, and that he even wished to die even more. So now death is certainly better than living like this, he exclaimed. Then God said to Jonah, is it right for you to be angry because the plant died? Now listen to this. This is a lesson for Jonah as well. And okay, yes, Jonah retorted, even angry enough to die. Is it right for you to be angry because the plant died? And Jonah said, yes. Jonah retorted, even angry enough to die. Then the Lord said, you feel sorry about the plant, right? Though you did nothing to put it there. It came quickly and died quickly. But Nineveh has more than 120,000 people living in spiritual darkness, not to mention all the animals. Shouldn't I feel sorry for such a great city? Now, what stands out from that verse 10? Because I feel like there's a huge message over there. So God uses that plant to show Jonah a lesson about mercy, right? I mean, if those guys repented, Jonah saw that they repented, but for him, he was like, God, you say this, so just do it. So to Jonah, it meant that the people's repentance meant nothing, because God will still destroy them. But God changes his mind. But Jonah does not adjust to God's decision and still wants God to destroy these people. So was this a lesson about mercy to Jonah? Because the Bible says that these people were wicked. They were in spiritual darkness. And Jonah, in the first place, he didn't want to go because he knew God would forgive them. But then God does his thing that forces Jonah to still go. And then he goes, delivers the message, going around the city. So now here you're going to be looking like a fool. But what we see here is an act of humility on both from the king of Nineveh, how he stepped down and caused everybody to repent. And then the one person who should be even more humble decides to, because what if it was his ego, him being a prophet of God, saying this will happen? And if you know you're a prophet of God, then your words should not land on an empty ground. But in this case, if this won't happen, then it means that his words landed on an empty ground. People will see him as a fake prophet. So he's mad. God, destroy these people. How can I go around telling these people something and then you won't just do it? But it was for a greater cause. God, uh, uh, God forgave these people. So here I see an act of humility and being merciful and being in a state of you can't judge people. You can't judge people, for God can forgive them. And then you're the one who will be left in darkness. You're the one who will be left there looking bad. And God now has to start giving you lessons over here, like how Jonah was given this lesson. So I feel like right there, there's a gem. And then I don't think we ever hear about Jonah again. So we don't know what happened after. But then we know he's a prophet of God. And then we know the guy, knew how to go back to God to cry. Like in verse 2, you clearly see that, this was not the first time he's done such a thing to God, like disobedience or something. Then I said, oh Lord, you have driven me from your presence, yet I will look once more. So I know even after this ordeal, the guy will go back and look once more because he knows better than to forsake God's mercies. As you can see in Jonah chapter 2, verse 8, those who worship false gods turn their backs on all God's mercies. If you look at that in KJV, it says, where is verse 8? They that observe lying vanities forsake their own mercies. How I get this is you should never ever beat yourself, right? Because it makes no sense to beat yourself. The problem with beating yourself is you actually even go deeper into whatever it is you are struggling with, whatever it is you keep on falling into. Because what you do is you get yourself to a place of you feel like you don't deserve mercy from God because you're so bad. Like, what is it that you've done that is so bad to God? I mean, if you look at some of the people in the Bible, like David, what he did to his friend, he killed his friend and then took his wife. And you can see you're still a man after God. So what is it that you've done that is so bad to God that you keep on beating yourself? That you have to wait when it's too late. Now that is when you're going to God. Oh God, I'm sorry. That moment you do that thing, whatever it is, you feel like you've sinned. You have to turn to God and do what Jonah did in verse 4. Then I said, I'm cast out of thy sight. Yet I will look again toward thy holy temple. Don't wait till it's too late. Look again, again and again, again and again, again and again, again and again. This guy Jonah was always, yet again I will look toward thy holy temple. Do not listen to those lying vanities. You're not that good. You're a sinner. You still did it yesterday. You're still gonna do it again. Those are lying vanities. And when you observe those things, you forsake your own mercy. What does God say? Approach the throne of grace that you will find mercy, that you will obtain mercy or find mercy and obtain grace in times of need, right? And I think before that, God was like, I walked the earth and I was there. I saw everything. I went through it and I conquered it all. So ever it is, you have to come to my throne. Always, 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 until God makes things straight for you. And I believe that's how we can keep on growing. So I think that's it. Unless there's something I'm missing, that's all I could see right there. So we can, go back to the chart and see if we can do some analysis and be able to see if the 12 p.m. candle would work for us today. Because I mean, my time zone is PST, so if you're in EST, that will be 12 p.m. would be 3 p.m. and even the GMT that will be 9 p.m. Right? Yep. So I think that's it. I'm not seeing anything that's standing out, but this book of Jonah has been a blessing to me these 4 days. The gems in here are nuts, especially the first chapter. I did this in my previous the streams I did like 3 days ago. So when is today? Today is Thursday. So the stream that I did on Monday, I went through this in the beginning of the stream, so you can go and see whatever gems that were there. And even yesterday, there was also like a beautiful gem that we got over there in Jonah chapter 3. Perhaps, even who can tell? Perhaps even yet God will change his mind and hold back his fierce anger. So, two places I've seen God change his mind after an act that I can remember off my head is one. Okay, two. Now we see one thing that can cause God to change his mind is fasting, and fasting paired with humility, right? That can make God change his mind towards whatever. What is the other one? I don't have it at the top of my head, but fasting, because this is what these guys did. They're like the king decreed a fast. And then the other gem I saw yesterday was pray for your leaders, because a leader has the ability to cause a whole nation to be, for God to have mercy on a whole nation. Like we saw what this king did. He sent out a decree that everybody should fast, everybody should be in a posture of humility, and pretty much, and God changed his mind. So pray for your leaders, because they do have power for God's mercies to be shown over you. And that's it, guys. I think that's it. Thank you, Lord, for that word. I pray for those who've watched, God, that this word will dwell in their hearts, God. I pray even as they meditate on your word, if they go read this journal by themselves, I pray that, God, you open up their mind and speak to their hearts specifically concerning their own issues, whatever it is they're going through. Father, I pray that you expand their territories and increase their capacity. Father, I pray that as we know that your power, what was that word? What does it say? I pray that you increase their capacity, so that your power in them can be also increased, so that when you do exceedingly and abundantly, then it will be indeed exceedingly and abundantly, because we know exceedingly and abundantly works according to the power that you have in us. Father, increase the capacity of your people, that indeed we shall see you exceedingly and abundantly. Okay, in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I hope that word spoke to you. And I don't know what chapter we'll read tomorrow, but I will know. Before tomorrow gets there, then I will know what we can read. And then I don't prepare nothing. Maybe just go through it. And then even if, like Jonah is something that I read by myself last week. And then I was like, let me go in and see what else I missed. So it will be actually fun if I can get like another book, and then I don't read it, and then I just come here and wait. I am away from the screen. Am I? And then come here and then read together, and then see what is coming about. And then in the chats, you can also chat and type and see what also is kind of floating, what is coming to the show for you, and you can share it with the rest. So that's it. So now let's go to trading. Let's switch over to this screen on this side, and let's see what we have in store for today. Father, guide us, protect us as we navigate this market, and may we make the best out of this session. Let's go as we work on changing our lives financially. Okay, so there's a few things I want to talk about with regards to this account. I don't need to see that. And let me pull up my whatever. I think now. Hello? No. Still not here. I don't know why. So is that music too loud? Let me turn it down a little bit. So I can't hear myself, so I don't know what you guys are hearing. But I believe that should be okay. My check one, two. What in the world is going on? So this is what was placed wrongly. The jack was not all the way in. No, still not working. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. If you guys can hear me, okay, because there's two watching. Just hit like type, throw an emoji or something. If you guys can hear me, okay. Is my sound okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 25 minutes to 12. So let's see and hurry up. Let's do this analysis real quick. So I'm going back to the weekly now, or to the monthly. I don't really need a monthly so much, but we're still inside the previous month candle, which is this one right here, right? So this is November, October. We're still in the first week and we've done so much. This is nuts. Today is what? Today is like the second, and we've done so much in just 2 days, right? By going up. So, well, I guess my sound is okay because nobody's saying anything. So we're still inside last week's range. So we either coming up here or coming down here. But by the look of this candle, it's too bullish. So I think we are coming up here. Let's go to the weekly, and let me see what markings I have for the. Wait a minute. This is US 500. I'm sorry. My guy, but they're pretty much the same. So no worries. No worries. Let's go. So those are my monthly and the weekly levels. This is a trade I was in yesterday, and I was thinking we'd get here, so that didn't work. That was a huge loss actually, because I'd risked a lot, but no worries. This is a demo account, more of learning. So going back to the monthly, this is what I was saying, that we are still in between the previous month high and low, right? By US 30, we are more likely to take out this high, right? Maybe this week, by the look of things, or maybe because today is Thursday, so maybe next week we might make our way up here. Interesting. Let me take a quick peek at US 100, see how them they are working. The same thing, US 500. So the strongest one in this case is US 30. He's showing a more willingness to go to that high. Let's go down to the weekly time frame. So we didn't take out last week's low, but we've taken out last week's high. So that is a lot of bullish behavior. And even after taking that high, we didn't come back into the range. We're still going up. So that is a lot of bullish behavior. So just looking at this, this is the last week, and then this is last week but one. So we're working our way towards that high right there. Let me see how my monthly and the weekly levels look like. So this is an old weekly, whatever, that level, we need to have it right there. So I'm gonna have it. I feel like we have enough levels, but let's just add it regardless, whatever. And then this right here is also gonna be some sort of support and resistance, I believe, but I'm not gonna have it there. So what we're gonna name this is, we're gonna call it a OWL. All that means is an old weekly high. Old weekly high. That's all it means. OWI means, so this is the previous week high, and then instead of instead of writing like a previous week high, I can just do like 2PH, two previous, but all weekly high just works for me. And then what this one means is, we do have what WSIBL is. So CB is sell side inefficiency, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. What that means is, we had this down candle, and then when this candle opened, it was supposed to come up and fill and touch this other candle, but it did not. It just keeps on trading down, right? See how this candle is touching this candle and this one is touching. So this candle, or see how this third candle is touching this one, so there's no space in between. This one leaves a space right there. So this space now look like this. It's called a fair value gap, like that, from this low to the high of this candle. So right there is going to be like inside here we should see a lot of support and resistance. For example, you can see how this candle came in here and then it was thrown away, right? It was rejected. So once we get in here, we should see some support and resistance. So if we are buying over here, this will be a nice place for targets, because once we get here, then the market can be reversed and we can go down further, right? Or whatever. So it's, so all that means is it's just the low of that gap, and then you can see this is the weekly CB high. It's the high of that gap, right? The sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, meaning it's lacking buy side. So what that is we're expecting for this gap to be filled, right? So that's it. I think that's it for me on the weekly. If we are coming down, then um, I can't mark this because this has not yet been closed. So I think we do have enough levels. So I don't think this week counts again, because the half of this week's also will offer you some support and resistance. As you can see, the half of that week, this candle came to that half. We see a rejection to the upside up to there, and then this strong down candle just at that half. We can see the market open right there, so it did offer a lot of support and resistance as well. So let's get rid of that, and then we came down. This one was not able to take that previous week low, and then we shoot up. So let's head on over to the daily. See, so far we are monthly bullish, weekly bullish, daily bullish, of course. So already we can see our bias on a higher time frame is bullish, right? And we are more likely to come and meet some objectives up here. We can see this gap, the same thing that I was talking about. So this one right here is now balanced, right? We've gone up. So we crossed it like it doesn't matter, because normally it's supposed to offer some sort of resistance to the downside, but we just went through it. So the only other place we can see some resistance is maybe from this up candle over here, and we can mark that. See if the market can want to come down and maybe close back in here if we do get a short in the afternoon, because the way we've been bullish like this for 1, 2, 3, 4 days, we should be able to see a decline a little bit, and maybe we can capitalize off of that. Because will we be able to get up here? I don't know. We'll see how that will go. So I'm going to mark that as a bear, as a bullish. That's a bearish. Hey, you guy, drink some more water. That's a bearish, a daily bearish order block right there. Half of it can also be a point of resistance as well. But if we keep on going up, then it's all good. And this is what I talked about FOMC. When we go down to a lower time frame, I'll tell you something that I've seen with FOMC for the last 3 months now that I've been following it. And I think that's the only level I'm going to be adding on the daily. So let me make sure that is, wait a minute, the daily levels are not yet in, so maybe I have it marked. No, it wasn't marked. So there was a small imbalance here that the market has passed through, right? I'm sure on a lower time frame that right there is going to be something, but we've now traded through it and above, so I think that's balanced as we speak. And I also don't want to worry about this, but this can, if we come down, this can be an area of rest for the market. But let me get rid of that area as well. So wait, so there was one already there. Okay, let's just use it since it's there. We had this, this was the unfinished business right here, right? So it was from this low to this high. When the market came up and it came down, because this is how it was looking like, I updated because that was the space that was left. And yesterday we did come over there, and then we can see a decline a little bit. So that was the small portion left, and we can see it's now been over and it's done with. So let's get rid of that. And what else? Previous week high is marked, previous month low. Okay, so this can be a nice area when the market comes down. We should find some good support over there. So looking at this, I cannot see any inefficiency on a daily on this daily time frame. So the only other area to come for is this high, either this high right here, which I feel we should mark right there and call that an old daily high, right? Right there, make sure everything is okay so we can close those things when wait a minute. put it in the daily, right? See how our candles are now clean. Old weekly high, this is supposed to be in the weekly time frame, right? And just like that, we have a clean chart. And smoking. Okay, we do have this imbalance. So this is a very attractive area where I think the market is coming, right? So with an imbalance this is where the market opened here, right? Did whatever it was doing, did whatever it did, and this is where it closed, and then it gapped down. This is where it opened, right? So we can see the wick pretty much came here and then we still went down, but the bodies are not touching. So what we want to do is we want to mark that area. So that's going to be also an area of support and resistance where the market is attracted to such areas. Well, if you go back and look at your whatever at your charts, you'll see whenever we have imbalances, the market will kind of come there and then it can also just stand from there. Does it have to stop there? No, it can still go ahead. But what we're looking for is probabilities, right? Based on what we've been studied in the past. So what else we do now is we have to, I think that's it. I've marked that daily. We can mark the half of it, but I think that's going to be too much. Actually, you know what? Let's do it because I'm seeing something interesting here, right? I'll show what it is in a minute. See how this candle reached right there, and then this other one comes up there. That right there, I think is going to be an area of importance, right? So I've marked that low to that high. I think we should see some form of resistance in here because this one reached that point and then went back up, crossed it. So what we're seeing is there was resistance. We crossed to that resistance, came to the same spot and found wait. It was support. We crossed through support, came back, found resistance in that area, and then shot away. So when the market gets here, we should see some sort of reaction. So if you go down to a lower time frame, that would be a nice place to think of, taking a partial or maybe even look for a quick short to the downside or whatever. So this is what I want to do. I want to take this Gantt chart over here, and I'm gonna use the whole body. I want to use the body of the candle without the wicks, and look at the half point. Nuts right there. Let me do this. Let me change it to the quads. You can see the half point, right? If I take this to, maybe I should change those colors, but you can see, yeah, I should. I'm gonna only change the half point, maybe make it red. Look at that half point, right? The half of this body, and the reason why I have that candle and where I'm looking at it is because it was the last up candle before this decline. So when the market comes to it, it should be an important area either to see how the market will react once we get here. If it passes through it, then we are extremely bullish. So what I'm seeing is that half point is just at where this up candle is. So that right there is going to be some area of importance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this over there, right? Instead of marking anything else, I'm going to have this right here. What should I call it? I'll do like daily support and resistance. This is yeah, because it was support and then it turned to resistance. That's just how I'm gonna have to call it. And I'm sure if we go down to a lower time frame, we are going to see like some gap over there. And I think that's all what we have on the daily time frame. We are still bullish, but this is an area you should worry about. What I'm thinking is if we keep on being bullish, then this is what I would like to see the market come up and retest that area and then shoot up. That's an imbalance right there. So we're definitely gonna be seeing most likely gonna be seeing some resistance, and then maybe we can do something like this, crash, retest that area, and then come to this high over here. And that thing is too huge, my guy. And because it's direction, let me have an arrow like that, right? This is what I'm guessing. Will it be this perfect? No, it can do things, can even come all the way down here. But I think this is where we'll come at the end of it all. Let's go down to a 4-hour time frame. I think that's it with the daily. We do have our levels now marked out and pushed all the way to 3 p.m. Oof, look at this right here. This is just beautiful. So go down to a lower time frame. We kind of see those areas. I love this. That right there should give us a setup, either going down or going up, even if it's just 1:2. 4 hour. Let me see my earlier markings. We do have a lot of things right there. We have an unfinished 4-hour fair value gap over there, right? Because this is how it was from that low to this high to that high. Let me show you. From that low to this high, right? And then it came in and went down. So what I like to do is I like to update that gap so to that high, and then look, this one again came up into that gap a little bit. So now if we do come up here, then we're most likely to go above that for the reason of this imbalance, right? Maybe go close it a little, completely, and then we do have that for our this up candle over here where the market came down. Those are areas to note. So that is supply. It's also an order block, whatever you want to call it. And then we do have this daily imbalance, which I think I should now get rid of, because by now we traded down. Okay, maybe I'll just have it. But we do have this gap here. So does it really matter? Oh, we'll just leave it there. So that's okay. So now looking at the 4-hour, if we are to get some rejection over here, then see this down candle before it went up. That would be a nice place for targets. If we pass through this one, I don't know, this daily fair value gap over here, going back, it's this one right here that we just passed through. So I think I'm going to have that half marked out, the middle line, and that's the color I want, and I want it like that. So if we are to come back down, then we want to be aware of that, the price right there, the top part, the top and the half and the bottom. Those are going to be some areas of support and resistance as well. They're usually sensitive in terms of price. So when we just bust through them like this, it means that we are very, very much one direction. Wow. One direction oriented, if that's a way to put it. This is just some Canva thing I was doing. This is kind of where I go to design my things on canva.com, and it's free. And there's a lot you can do on the free version of it. So I'm gonna be paying for that subscription later, so I can do some more crazy stuff. Not really crazy stuff, but there's some more better graphics on the paid prescription. But for now, we have enough. So looking at the 4-hour, the only thing that attracts me is maybe we do have two gaps over there, and that daily is already doing it for us. That down candle on our way down, we'll see how that works. We can use this is a 4-hour range. When we go down to a lower time frame, because I can see we're already trading above it, this is a very, very attractive area for me. When we get there with the 12 a.m. candle, if we do, then I'm going to look for a short and aim for that, for the low of this 4-hour candle, which is the half of that daily fair value gap, right? So I think in terms of 4-hour, that's it. So what we do, let me go for 1 hour, but I think we have enough of what we need. We can see there was a lot of consolidation here, right here, and then we left. Market used that area, short down. So I'm thinking we should be able to see a rejection as well to the downside up to here. So this is me looking for a short in a bullish environment, because I'm thinking we should find some rest. Can we still go up? Yes, we do have some clean levels up here, right? But there's already something. That old daily high right there is already marked. So that's an area, but those levels are sweet. Let me just add something. They're just too clean. And that will be like there's some buy side liquidity. What I mean by that is there's maybe someone got in a short here. They've put their stop losses right there, and breakout artists, they have their buy stops up there. So when the market gets there, their orders are engaged and we're going up. So the market will want to gravitate towards such areas of importance. Another area is above this high, right? So if we can see the market maybe do something like this, come in here and then go up, trade above this high right there, and then we reject to the downside, with a wick, then I believe this is an area we can easily come to. I'm still forcing shorts, but we'll see what the market does for us. So let's go to the 30-minute. I think we can just now go straight to the 5-minute time frame. I like that correction. That is just too good. I think all this will just be run one time. And then look below. Look at all this. This is just, I like how that looks. So now what we do next is I pull up, I have an indicator here that shows me previous 4-hour ranges, right? So that will be the 4-hour time frame. So all it's doing is just marking the high and this low, and the high, that high and this low, the high and this low. So on a lower time frame, like a 1 minute, if we go to the one minute time frame, that should be like 240 candles. Do those make up 4 hours? Yes. And on a 5 minute, I don't know what the math is. And then what I like to do is I'm gonna be drawing a little bit more. If it's too much, then you don't have to. But I like this. This to me shows me that we are in a premium market. I know the last 3 days, this is what I've done, and I've taken some losses. Although I was in profits initially, but I insisted on my targets being met. Let me do the premium and discount. So like that. And then like I also like to mark the previous candle too. Let's even mark this one as well. Then I'll explain to you what this is. So, yo, Gantt chart right there. So, and then I'm going to take this because that low right there is pretty much that, you know, this previous 4-hour low kind of deals with this fair value gap right here. So I'm gonna have that on the side. Other thing I can do is mark those because I want to see how the market will react, but now it's causing some noise. Let me do this. Let me reduce that. Yeah, I think that works okay. That looks better. And then all we can do is I can make that border a little bit. Yep, that works. The other thing we can do is maybe just draw straight lines, but I think that's okay. I think that's good. It's still in the way, I believe. But if we get a short here, this is where I'll be taking a fast partial at that half point, and then I can leave a runner. So this doesn't really matter for now, but I can still have it right there, right? This is the wrong box that I drew here. Should be this one, and I'll explain what that is in a minute, in a second actually. Now, whenever I'm looking for shorts, I want to be in the upper portion of the previous 4-hour candle, right? So see the blue part, I consider that to be premium. This is a concept that you can learn from ICT. We're in a premium area right there, and then down here is discount. What I mean by that is price. If you're going long, this is an area where price is cheaper to buy, right? And when you're going short, this is an area where price is expensive enough to engage with it, right? If it's expensive and you buy, then it's too expensive for you, so you're not gonna be making as much, right? So the opposite logic, when you acquire something when it's that is confusing. Anyway, you want to sell when you believe the market is in the premium area, right? And then when you get to the discount, you want to start letting go of those shorts, right? If that makes sense. What you want is to buy when we are in this area, the upper portion or above it, especially when we hit a higher time frame level of support and resistance, right? So in this case, I can see maybe if I go down to a 4-hour, there might be something else, but I think I'm content with this. So I would like to see this market come up here with a 12 p.m. candle, and then we shoot down. Right there is going to be my area of taking some partials, and then see if we can keep on coming down, right? But remember, we are in a bullish environment, so we should not expect a lot. Can they still come down all the way? Yeah. Can they still crash through this and go all the way up? Definitely, yes, they can. So let me get rid of that. That's what it means. So now from here I go down to my 1 minute time frame because this is where I look for my entries, and then now I can have my higher time frames in perspective, my higher time frame levels, what I want to work with in this session, and then I just look for what I want to see. By that, I'm not demanding for the market to do what I want. All I'm putting myself is in a condition where I can only operate with what I know. So I'm not guessing. So I'm in as much as I don't know what's going to happen, I'm putting in myself in a position to operate with what I know according to how deep I am in my knowledge for this thing, right? Because whenever you see the market going down and then you enter, it comes and takes you out. There's a reason why they were going down, right? So you don't want to chase the market. You want to have the odds on your side. So that's why I'm saying this is what I would like to see, because this is something I've seen in the past, if that makes sense. And then we can create like a low right there, come up or maybe fail. Once we cross that low, I'm in, and I can hold up to this half point. Actually, there's even like a daily order block right there, so that would be a nice place to also take partials. But I believe we can also get here, right? So my entry will be something like this, something like that right there, and my stop loss just above the high, because I believe that we don't have to come back there, and then hold. And this could be a potentially 1:6.3. And if the market still looks good, we can get some entries to add. We can add on onto a position. So I'm gonna have this as today's prediction. Let me see. The 12th candle is right here, so let me draw how I'm also expecting. It's gonna be the same thing I've been doing like the last two days, because I've been waiting for shorts. But and then that is where I think the 12th we should be able to dip in a little bit. So let's see if the 12 p.m. candle today will have some pressure to the downside. That is my 12 p.m. candle prediction right there. Right there is my 12 p.m. candle prediction. So let's see if that works. So let me pull in this indicator. What that does, it tracks the 1 hour candle for us right there. If I was to take this out, no, if I was to take this lipstick out and then I go to the 1 hour candle, see how it looks like? Just exactly as this indicator is showing us, right? So with this indicator, it helps me see how that 1 hour candle is printing on my 1 minute time frame. And as we see, it's not doing what I want it to do. But I like this. This is good. This is consolidation right here. So that's consolidation. I'm hoping to see a manipulation, and then we come back and then we start going to the downside. So far this is good. If I don't see that, then I'm not gonna be trading today. But if I see it, man, I am hoping on it, and I'm risking like a crazy percentage. Now, to show you where I'm at right now with this account. What time is that? That's 1 p.m. Okay, yes, I want us to go up. Are we going to reach this area? Maybe we are. So let me put, I believe we are going to. Let me have that. This is an alert that I just put, so if we get there super hella fast, I can know. So support HTF higher time frame area reached, right? So it's gonna let me know in case I'm not gonna be attentive. Now, this is something else you can do. Since I'm expecting us to go up, I can engage in a long. For example, I can see that we are bouncing off of this down candle over there. We came into it and we are bouncing up, so that can be a quick long. And let's see if I was to engage with it right now. Let me see how that would have worked for us. So that would be up to that area. That would be like a 1:3, and maybe even see if we can get to a half of it. But that's just me trading without having to engage. So let's see how that would have worked, because I'm expecting for the candle to go up, right? So we can engage in that up move. And the open price is right there. The open price is right there. So this is what I'm expecting to see that the candle will print like, right? If you don't know what that is, you can come here and see this style of, where is it? Bars. See how those candles look like? We open, come down, go up, and then come down and close like that. So right there. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm saying. Why are we red? Thank you. So, okay. We've taken that high, broken this low. Now, we've taken that previous 4 hour high as well, right? So, This is good for a quick shot. Let me bring my lipstick back. Let me get rid of this, but we'll look at that later. See if today I hit it on the spot, on the point, on the whatever, on the head. Now, let me get rid of that. I believe we can still go up, but what did I want to do? Oh, one other thing we need to do. I want to bring these other indicators as well. This one show me like the previous 30-minute ranges, right? I like to take my shots or my positions when the market price comes above that area like it did right now, but that's too shallow. And then when we break a low to shoot down, I don't like how it's done, but that right there should be an entry. I'm just not comfortable because we've traded above it. We're above this 4 hour. We should see some decline. Actually, I should be in this trade because price doesn't always have to give you what you want. But that's all it wanted to do, and we're back to the open price. So can we take a small shot here just for let's take that trade in case it works out. So I'll put a sell stop in case they come here again, and my stop loss just above the high, though this is low probability. I think we should go up a little bit more and maybe see if we can get to that daily bearish order block. Actually up to here, why not? I don't think that is but it still met our rule, so let's just take that trade. So let's sell. I'm only gonna risk 0.5% because I'm not sure about it. 0.5%. You know what? This is a demo account. I don't care. Let's just take a 4%. What is that high? The stop loss is 20 points. Sell, stop, and we are in. Let's see how that works. So we are risking 2K of our account. So we took that. We've really messed up this account. So this account was up at the most I saw was 247. Yeah, right about here. This took me like a month and a half to get it up there. So that is a huge gain. That is just about to get to 25% in 2 months. Whew. Now, this is what trading can do for you. In just 2 days, the account is back to what? What is that? Is that like 3%? But you know, it's all good. It's all good. This was me trying to force a short, and then I started taking huge huge risks. So that low right there is going to be so that low right there is going to be our entry. I still believe that we should go up a little bit, but enough has been met already. So extend price lines to whatever. Let me do that right there. That's going to be our new entry because that's the new low. And looking at the premium and discount of this 30-minute range, I also want my entries to be above the half. So this one is just above the half. So we're good. Now, this right here, I believe should be able to give us 1:2. Because I will get this account back to whatever. Back to 2. Let me see if we can, I don't know. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. If I get a really good setup, I'm going to risk a lot. I'll never do that on a live account, but since it's a demo and my ego has been affected a little bit, I want to prove. And that is where the market actually now crashes you the right way, when you want to prove that you know. It's as if it knows this trader is emotional. So let's play some games with him. And they kick you even more. So you should always remain in good manners, right? That's a way to put it. Okay, so now the 12 a.m. candles in play. I would like us to come in deep into this high time frame resistance area, unless there's something I've missed. In the meantime, my rules have been met for an entry, previous 30-minute high, and then we break a low. The low is right there, and initially my TP should be only 1:2. Since we are in a bullish environment, we should not force too much. We shouldn't force too much. So 1:2 should be okay. So what we can do is I can take a big chunk and then leave a runner, and then leave a runner. Let's see how that goes. Now, this right here, from the 9th of September, the most I did was a 1. Most of the time it was only 0.5 risk and 1.5 risk. And just that slowly and slowly and slowly, the account grew to nearly 25% in a little over a month and a half. So then the moment I started taking like huge whatever, then it ate you up a lot. But all these losses, there was a lot of lessons to learn from them, right? Because this is demo account, so this is not hurting me in any way, and you actually learn more from your losses than your whatever. So one of the greatest lesson is, and I think this is something that I should have already have known, right? Forcing your shorts, forcing your positions when the market is going the other way. Most of those trades were in profits initially, and they all did like at least 1:1 or 1:1.5, and others even did 1:2. But I wanted to hold for a larger gain, right? And one of the things is, even though the market is bullish, you still get your 1:2 on the shorts, on the short positions that you take, but you can't force anything more than that. You can't force for huge gains, right? But then again, if the market is bullish, then we can hold. Oh, something else I wanted to talk about FOMC before we see anything, because I think now I'm gonna have to wait for 12:30 to see if we can get another shot. Let's talk about FOMC for a minute. So FOMC happened yesterday, which is what I said I'll talk about, what I've noticed in the last 3 months. So yesterday at 11, today is the 2nd, right? So yesterday was FOMC. I want to mark at 11, which is right there. 11, we have some news. Let me turn that to red. And then at 11:30, there's going to be some other news as well. So 11:30. And if you look at the calendar, let me bring it up for you. Let me show you. This was yesterday. So this is 11 right there. And then 11:30, FOMC news. Now, what I've noticed is whenever after those news happens and the market chooses a direction, it will usually the following day and even 2 days after, it will usually be one-sided, right? So for me, my entry would have been right here at 11:45. That would have been my entry, right? Because that it gave me a signal. My entry signal happened right there. Let me show it to you. But then again, I remember saying that I don't like how we went. I would have loved to seen it go much deeper. But the truth is, it did take out that high right there, right? It took out that high. Another thing is, of course, it also did not take out my 30. So if it would have happened like right here, that is something I would have been interested. But this left me. Another thing I'm seeing is I can still divide this 30-minute range into 2, and I can still have my entry, right? So let me have this looking differently, like that. So we took out this low and we broke out the high. That right there is an entry to go up in case, but this is just for FOMC, but this is something I'm also testing. So if I don't get an entry, so I'll probably get an entry at 11:15, after 11:15 or after 11:30, or at 12 or after 12:30. Should be able to get my style of entry. Take a low and then cross that high, and that high is where I'm going in. And because it's FOMC, what you want to do is hold. And I've seen this for the last 3 months. And I can go back and check the other months, but this is the month that I've been in front of the chart when FOMC has been happening. Take that low, and that baby just keeps on going up and up and up. And even if there's any sort of resistance, it just blows through it, right? So all I'm looking for is maybe a small breather. But are we still gonna be bullish? Probably. And then tomorrow is Friday. Maybe that's when they'll tank down a little bit. So for now, let's see how this works. I still think we should come up here. So this was that what was this? This was that virtual position that I entered. This is now gonna be the actual position if we come down. See if we can try to make our 1:2. No, it's now 12:15, and I like that. So do I still want to engage with this? If I was to engage with that, then my entry will be right there. I think now it's safe for me to wait for 12:30. If we do leave a fair value gap here, I can engage with it, see if we can go up higher. But we do have a lot of consolidation over here, a lot of back and forth. Let me pull up the sisters, see what they're doing. 5 minutes. Okay, we're shooting up, so that's good. They've traded above there, whatever, right there. We've taken that high one more time. I think it will be safe for me to wait for the 12:30 range to close, the 12 to 12:30 range to close. But my 1 hour prediction is in play as we speak. That's where we opened, and let's make that a little bit big actually. Yeah. I would like us to come up here, and then when we come down, on our way down, we can take advantage of this. I do believe we should be able to come back to this half today. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then that career is now happening like that. So this will be 12. I'd like to see that at 12:30. Anyway, that's how the prediction looks like. Let's move it like that a little bit. That is what I'd like to see. So we'll see how that goes. So far, both of those are kind of working, right? So let's see. So far, that play is happening. I don't want to care so much about this, but it's a good thing they've all taken that 4 hour high. So all of them are in deep premium. Greatest danger is the market is very bullish. Consolidation, manipulation, back to this zone, then break, come in, come out. And on a higher time frame, this is the last place I can say we saw some sort of consolidation. Let's go like a 15 minute. Let's see. Yep, we had consolidation over here, right? So if we go up and come down, this is a nice area to come out right here, where we saw this up and forth before we left. So this right here will be a nice place to take partials. That is why that half for me is a nice place to take TP. If I can just mark it like that, I'm gonna have that in a straight line and then have it in green. So someone from the UK texted me on the live stream before yesterday, and he was long. So if he's been holding, then he's in a lot of profits right now as we speak, because he got in early, unless the market came down and took him out. But see that right there, that to me could be a quick long. Yes, they did come into that fair value gap right there. That's a quick long in your stop loss just here, just to see if we can get up here. But I don't play those games anymore. Now this is very attractive for short, but I remember yesterday I took a loss doing that. I didn't wait for the 12:30 whatever to close. But then again, this is something that can also be, that right there is an entry. We've taken this high and we're above the 30-minute range and that low. So this is just where you have to just be like, what, it does not exactly fit my entry criteria. So even though it may still go down without me, let me not engage with FOMO, which is fear of missing out. We do have a small gap over here, a small gap right there. This candle not touching that candle, you want to mark out that gap and see what the market will do with that. What was this? This was like a place where the market was coming in and we shot up. So yeah, support and resist. That right there was supply. It was demand. Came into it and we went up. Let's see if we can get some reaction over there to shoot up, or will it go through it? Use it as resistance. Keep on going down further. We are now way above this, but me, oh, oof. I don't want this move to go without me, but let me follow my rules. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. I do still have a stealth sell stop right there, and let me get rid of it. Okay, we just gapped a little bit, and we filled that gap immediately. What is going to happen? I want us. Is there something I'm missing? Let me go back to the daily a little bit. Maybe there's something I'm missing. What is this level here? We do have an imbalance right there, but this was from a long time ago. Does that count? We've gone through it and above it. That is an imbalance right there. Does it count? Does it count? Daily imbalance. I want it in blue. Because this was just something I just formulated. It doesn't have to get there. But I would have loved if it got there. It doesn't have to actually. What else do we see here? Let's see on a weekly. Also like a weekly imbalance that we've gone down and up. Does it still matter? I don't think so. But then again, we also do have a level right there. Is this me forcing for that right there? Let me just have them. It doesn't hurt. What is this now? This is me trying to force a short, right? We are not forcing nothing. But they are high time PDRAs, right? 12:30, I have to wait for 12:30 to see if I can get something. So that right there is something of its own. Let's hit a 4 hour. Am I missing something around that area? On the 4 hour, that one I had missed it. We have that imbalance right there. If we do get in there, I'm risking the whole account. I'm going to risk 25%. If they do come in here and then give me my entry setup, bruh, that's why I'm risking my life. What are you saying, young man? 3 p.m. That is the 4 hour imbalance. If they do come in here by any chance right now in this session, I am risking 2500% of my account. I'm risking even what I don't have. So okay, we've seen some things over there. Let me include the half of that box because that can also speak some volumes. This is something I keep on changing all the time. I have to have it. Okay. This is our daily imbalance. So let me go back to the 1 minute. I think we have enough levels now. Now, wow. Ooh wee. And that baby is going without me. So that right there could be. But then yesterday, I remember, I took a loss like this. That is why today now I am a bit skeptical. And Mark Douglas says that you should treat each and every trade by its own, because that right there could be the entry of the entries. Now, that is a potential 1:9%. But then again, I don't like it. So this one only saw up to 1:0.56. Is it like a 1 hour order block or something I'm missing? What am I missing here? Okay, nothing stand out, so no forcing anything. Okay. We've taken out that previous 4 hour high and that previous 30-minute range. And now we are going down. We fill that fair value gap. So this is what I'm gonna do, right? I want to hop onto this trade. So by 5 minutes, let me mark this as a 5. I'm gonna mark that as a 5-minute bearish order block. This is, so I'm guessing it will be the last up candle before a greater decline. So we're just marking it ahead of time. And then look at this beauty right here. I like to see such things. Look at this imbalance on the 5-minute time frame. So even if this market goes without us, right there, I'm gonna have a limit entry and my stop loss up here. Let it just go. It can go where it wants to. That's okay. Let me have it in this color. So I can know that that is a 5-minute imbalance. Let me just mark it. 5. Stop. Stop it. 5 imbalance. 5 IMB. And if maybe the last the stream on Tuesday, there was such a thing where the market just came in so fast and then it shut down. So that is a good signal for a short right there. That right there is a good signal for a short. So I'm going to do something. I'm just going to enter this trade even before 12:30 happens, right? So let me just do an entry right there, and my stop loss just above right there, because this thing is pulling to the downside. I like that. And I'm just going to do it right before this, whatever the limit entry. I should wait for 12:30 though, but let's just take this trade sell. I'm selling, risking 1%, and the stop loss is 13.98. Let's see how that works. And this one is going to be a sell limit, right? So what I'm telling it is I want you to sell when you get to this exact price. With a sell stop, it will be like down here, and with a sell stop, the market will give you a better price beginning from where you put that sell stop, right? So it can be at that right spot or anything below. But with a sell limit, it has to fill me in at that price, which is 33771. And that's also a nice way to sell when the market is below you, right? So you're telling it, when you get here, I want you to sell, because you believe when it gets here, it will go down further. So I'm in. This is me believing that we don't have to come back here again. But if we lose, it's okay. We'll still look for another short. My profit is going to be at. I like that level right there, but initially, or there can be like a 1:10. That would be like 13K if this thing worked. So far, I like what we're doing. We still haven't dipped into that 5-minute imbalance right there. So wait a minute. This level was already there, right? No, it was not. Okay, let's see how this works. We are in a place of consolidation. That 5-minute order block, let's see how that works. This one, let me just put it to the side a little bit, because we already see. Do we have any? Yes, look at the half of that level. See, providing support to the tick. And if we wait, no, what are you doing? This is that open price for this kind of. You are forcing things that are not there. But it happens anyway. It does happen. Oh, let me put some animals in the back. Oh, that's my live stream. Okay. That's good. Should we have some music? Yeah, but it's not playing. Combi. Then I wouldn't even know anyway. I think it's playing, but I can't tell. Why do I have this on? My ears are warm. Okay, so now we've gone into that 5-minute imbalance right there, and then I like how we've seen that rejection. That is kind of what we want to see if you're thinking that the market wants to come in here. So they can come with wicks and go up past it, but the body should close below, right? So you're kind of like, okay, I like to see that. I like that. I really do like that imbalance. I'll show you a trade from, did I take a screenshot? So 1230 is right here, right now. 1230 close below here. Mm, 1216. So this is how the setup looks. Let me get rid of that so you can see the market clearly. So let me bring it back. My entry was right there. Let me pull out those executions. Will it even work? I don't know. Oh, my entry was this candle right there. That was really good. I wish I can watch this on the 5-minute time frame. Do I have to? Let me see if I can pull it. I can pull it here. This is the US5. Let me put my US30 here. But then I don't have those levels, so it wouldn't really matter. On this side, I can hide those. Whatever. Is it gonna hide for everybody? No, only hide for this one. Okay. I want to monitor how that imbalance is dealing with price, but it seems like price doesn't care, so they're just going through it. But as long as the bodies stay below it, we can wick and wick and wick, but the body is close below it, then it gives us like a high, whatever that we might be going down. Now this is not really high probability. Remember, we are in a bullish environment, so that is something you have to put in mind. But in case it works, and that maybe was the high of all that bullish run, we might get some huge pulls to the downside. So the 12 a.m. candle, so this is the 5-minute time frame of this whatever right here. I just want to, so this level over here, this level right there, let me make it a little bit darker, is this level here on a 5-minute time frame. So I'm just watching it in close proximity. But yeah. Oh, let's see how this works. 1235. I hope to see an expansion to the downside. We haven't seen that in 3 days. Monday we did see a little bit decline with the 1-hour candle, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday not so much. So Tuesday and Wednesday not so much in the last 2 days. Monday we did see a little bit of bearish move on that 1-hour candle. So let's see how this one will look like. Right, OHLC open. I hope that's the high. We don't need to go above that, and then we expand to the downside. But yeah, maybe we still. Is there a reason why I cannot hear myself? Settings, audio, advanced, monitoring device, external headphones. Oh, come on. Mic check. You can hear myself though. Still can't hear myself. Mic check. Are we still there? Nope. Okay, we are going past that zone right there. Man, I think we are just extremely bullish. We are extremely bullish. We are fighting those areas like nonsense. Sheesh. It's been fought to the downside. US 500, at least we've printed like 1, 2, 3. Let's cross that low. That'll give us some hopes. And US 100, that low right there is this candle. Yep. Now we just blasted up to the upside. So that didn't work well. The previous 5-minute candle has closed above that gap. That is not good. See, we've closed above it, so we're likely to use that as support to shoot up, but we was ready to lose that 1%. Man, this week is going to be horrible. Well, we don't know. Let's not prophesy some doom-dooms here. Sheesh. So yeah, that position is likely to be run high. Will I be looking for another short? Definitely, yeah. If we run this high, then I will look for another short. Can this one still work? Maybe. But I don't want to move my stop loss. Now we're done. So let me get rid of that position so we can watch this price. Okay. So this correction here, a bullish flag. What do I feel like they'll take that high and then I'll give us our shot? I entered in too early. Then again, it could have still worked. The reason why I entered that setup is there's a setup I took, I think last week, that worked, right? So, and it's outside of my plan. Another problem of doing things outside of your plan is when they work, you'll keep on chasing them. On the basis of that one time that it worked. So we're still watching. This can now be used as support to shoot up further. It's now 12 what? We only have like 20 minutes to find something. It's now 12:37 p.m. This 1 hour candle wants to be bullish, but they did come down first. Open, went down and then went up. That's a weekly, but this weekly imbalance is from a long time ago. That was traded to and fro, so it might not count as much. But let's see. Because what if we see something like this? They come up and then we see a rejection from that half point. Okay. Now that's definitely a loss. 1% down the drain. And then we're going back to 206%, 206K. Okay, so that's a loss. That's a loss right there, 1500 gone. So the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades have been losses. Damn. Bruh, what you doing, boy? Now, am I still looking for a short? Yes, I am. One more, and then that's it. One more short, and then that's it. Let's go back to original whatever, which was right there. The 12 a.m. candle still hasn't closed. This is kind of where I'd like us to get to, but I don't want this market to go without me because it doesn't have to meet your objectives. Those are just places you think the market can go to. So, look at this. If this one fails to take that high, This one has taken that, US30 has taken that high. What about US 500? On the 5 minute, yeah, definitely. Look at this guy. Not wanting to go any further. But it's US 100, they can still catch up so far. So that is nothing. Now, guys, I'm ready to see if they do form a short entry for me here, man. I'm going in with another 1% entry. If that doesn't work, then I'm done for the week. Well, I can still come back tomorrow and look for something. But so far, this thing is just pulling to the upside. And we are in a bullish environment anyway, so. So this position, this virtual position will be 1:1. High time frame area reached right there. Okay, we're still waiting. Let's see. Okay, that's good. My prediction is just about to come alive. This one right here, touch. This is a 4-hour imbalance. Guys, if I see my entry setup bouncing off of this, I'm risking this whole account. If it fails, I will reset and start over. Now, just dive in a little bit, my guy. Now, guys, look at this. Look at that half point. See how this candle just stopped there? This is the half of that weekly imbalance that we drew. Look at that. How it kind of rejected it, and then this is like some sort of resistance, and then even if it didn't touch it, it's acting a little bit of support on the current 1 minute candle. So what is this? This is also like a fair value gap right there. So I'm going to take this out just like that, but just have it right there. Now I like this low. If that closes bearish, I would like this candle to close bullish so we can have that swing low. That will be my entry for short. And let's give this another try. Yo, you need to close fast before you come down. That will be an entry for short. I don't really even need to extend this. All I want is to get this number right here. See that number that is right there? That is what I use as my stop loss, right? And whatever percentage I put, I identify it to do its own math. 12:30. I need you to show me something. Don't do this without me, my guy. Don't do this without me. Okay, that should now be our low if we don't keep on going down. Now these guys, they can still live without me, right? I've seen it happen. And that's okay. We'll come back to hunt another day. So now we had a fair value gap here that we've kind of balanced completely, right? That right here, on this 1 minute, whatever. So we came down, went up, came down, so that's balanced. And I like this signature right here where we were coming down and then the market comes up and then we cross down and close. This right here can be also like something you can use as your entry, like a 1:1, but no, I don't trade like that. So that high, you guy, my guy, that low, those two candles, stop loss right there, should be able to give you like a 1:1. But the way this don't think I would have taken it, not because the market is going up, but because see we have no wick right there. So I like that entry and my stop loss right there, and I don't know why I'm still talking too much right now. Sell, I should be inside for another 1%. If this one fails, let's still take another one, maybe 1747 is our stop loss. 1747. Let's see how that goes. Let's see how this works. So that low, on the basis of us taking the high of this, whatever, the high of this that previous 30-minute range, and we are still in the premium zone of that 30-minute range. So I would like to see it now just shoot down, but will it do that in a bullish environment? I don't know. This one has already been taken care of. No, what is that? Yeah, 5-minute. We don't need that. We don't need this too. So looking at the 5-minute time frame, we do have that whatever right there, which can be a problem actually. So let me draw it here, see how we're going to deal with it. And that is just where I have my entry. Kevin, you guy, my guy. Right there is where I have my entry. Let's see if this will work for us. We do have an imbalance right there where I think the market can most likely go to. Oh, Zozo Petulia. It's too close to that high. It's too close to this high. It's too close to this high right here. On a daily, you guy, my guy, Kevin. This thing is working its way to that high. And you have it marked anyway. Do we have it marked? No, we don't have it marked. It's working its way to that daily high. Oh boy, that would be a nice place to look for a short. Old ODH. But then we have a 4-hour imbalance right there. And now on the 5-minute, we have a long setup. See that fair value gap breaker, and then fair value gap. So it's likely to come in here and then shoot up. But then again, my entry signal is not looking like that. It's telling me to go short. So I just follow it. Yeah. Pump it. Why is 1% this time? 2K. Should be less, right? Oh, I had risk 0. Whatever. Batata. I need a glass of water. I need a glass of water. Oh, yeah. So we're still going up. We're still bullish. So yeah, look at the bodies. Look at those bodies just hug around that half point of this weekly imbalance. So that was like some support on this high time frame support whatever level right there. So do I still want to take this short? I don't think so. Now it's going to 12, so now my probabilities for getting a short trade today are low, unless we do end and then see if we can get something in the Asian session. But we're reaching that level that I had, identified as a daily support and resistance level. We do have a small imbalance right there, and then we do have this level here, which is an old daily high, which I think the market is more likely to reach that area. Let me have it a little bit big. But for me, when I see my entry signal, I'm engaging, right? So that low right there, I like it, but okay. If we get to this area, my guy, hey, yeah. Wow. Look at that rejection once we go to that area. I like it. So I'll still have my entry right there, but that was that daily support and resistance level. They can still go up, but did you see that rejection immediately? Oof. So if you're still bullish, they'll still go through it, even if they have to struggle. But that was good to see, that rejection to the downside. And if the next candle closes bullish, then we have a swing low, then I'll update my entry to this low right here. But we have to watch for this 5 minutes or whatever that they've left here. Now, my prediction is still coming through, but for this one, I don't think I don't know, that's not working out. But this one is coming through. We're just about to get to that area right there. This is what I'm expecting to see. Get to that area and then shoot down a little bit, and then that is what I'd like to see. US whatever still took out the high. Okay, I think that's gonna close bullish, so I'm going to update my short to right there. I like how we are just entering that 4-hour imbalance, and you guys do not make me to be late, yo. And let me do this, extend those price lines so we can just use these levels that we already have. Modify that, and then my stop loss up there. If it keeps on going up, then there's really nothing we can do. There's really nothing we can do. This is just me trying to force a short in a bullish environment. Now this is that old daily high. We can still get a short right there, but now the time is too much gone. We only have like a few minutes to 1 p.m. So I'm thinking the 1 p.m. volatility can see us shoot up like that. So that consolidation, I think I can mark that as manipulation to the upside, and then when we come in, maybe we can go down. I'm really forcing a short in a bullish environment, but it is what it is. Oh boy, today was a difficult day, my guys. It was a difficult day because the obvious was right in front of my eyes, but I was not getting any entries to the downside. No entry here, no entry here, no entry here, no entry over there. Now we've taken out that old daily high. Wow. So yeah, get out the way, boy. So that's the highest high. Still working that short. 46 units. Risk is still 1% of the account. 2053. The account is now at 206. Ooh. Boy, I done lost a lot of money. A lot of fake money. Looking at the 5 minutes, we've hit too many high time frame PDRs. Let me see if I can get my entry signal. So what I want is to see like a short, a swing low, and then that right there is gonna be my entry signal. But now it's 1, so I don't know how much of that we'll see. Maybe that could be it right there. Let's see how the other candle closes. We might be getting some good shots today actually. It's now 1 p.m. What else? I don't have any other level in close proximity. They're all the way up here, but I feel like we've done enough damage. I'm still forcing a shot. This candle closes in 12 seconds. 8, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. I'd like to see this one close bullish. Yes. But a lot can happen in 50 seconds. So let me see. If that closes bullish, then I'll bring my entry right there. But so far, that's the low that I have in close proximity. And my stop loss now goes at that high. Okay, in 33 seconds, this candle closes. In 30 seconds. Oh, still pushing to the upside. Okay, in 26 seconds, stop loss above that high. In 20 seconds, wait, my guy. 17, 16, 15, 14. Wait. 3, 2, 1. Price. Now these guys can start coming down, but I have to see a swing low before I enter. Otherwise, my entry is gonna be like this, and that to me is a huge stop loss. This is just too huge for a brother. It's too big. No, that's too huge. What are we supposed to make from this if it works? 1:3, which is not bad, but I think we should make better. And even if that is if it gets down there. So let's see if they still give us that swing. I like what they did. We've taken that out that high, and we are now at that old daily high. So we are like deep premium. I'm still forcing for, at least to come to these lows. They're so clean. These equal lows right here, that can be a good area of an entry. But I need to see a swing low. If they don't give me a swing low, then there's no way I'm participating in this, because then I'll be breaking my own simple rules, right? So if this one closes bullish, that would be a swing low for us. But these guys are, come on, this boy, let a boy eat. Let's see how the 5-minute looks like. Only a few minutes to 1, and then yeah, and then we are done with this thing, my guy. So this 4-hour imbalance, it's not doing anything. Well, you can see the low of it stopped price, so it's a thing, right? The low of it has stopped price right there, so it's a level. We do have this inverted fair value gap as we speak. So can I force a shot right there? Maybe. Because man, I want to see this market go down right now. And then we have those imbalances right there. Guys, this is now a desperate entry. This is gonna be a desperate entry. That was supposed to be like support, go up, but they whatever. 1 p.m. is just about to get here. What time is it? It's now 2 minutes to 1 p.m. If I bring this here, is it gonna change to a sell limit? It can't even work. Yeah, this is too far, my guy. It can still work. It can still give us something, but I wish we got an entry up here. 2 minutes to 1 p.m. There's usually some volatility at 1 p.m. Maybe a few minutes before 1 p.m. or a few minutes after 1 p.m. We should see some crazy movement. Maybe they can shoot up to finish, but I think they've gone up enough. We should see some, market rest a little bit. So I like that. I can use that as a short and update that to 1%. But this one has to close in the next 30 seconds. If it does not close and comes down, then no entry. It has to close for me to take that short in 20 seconds. I think this one will close. And they're still going up. Ooh, that is that 1 p.m. volatility I was telling you about. In the next 12 seconds, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1%. Or I think that's okay. So now that's my entry right there. My entry now looks like this. And we can see if, in the afternoon, this thing can keep on going down on account that we've gone up so much. So that could have been the end of this session's high or even today's high until maybe the following day in New York, London open or London time, which will be like 9 p.m. my time. So in the afternoon, I believe that we should see a decline to the downside. And I'm still going to hold on this. Can they still put me in and take me out? Low probability. Engage that low and not keep on going down. Yeah. But we have seen this. You see that fair value gap? See the body is kind of staying inside of it. So that's a good sign. So this is also a high probability entry for me if there was a fair value gap or an inverted fair value gap right there and it's been respected and then we cross this low, then high probabilities we should keep on going down further. But remember, we are in a bullish environment. Like if we look at the weekly, weekly market is going up, whatever, bullish. Look at this. Weekly, let me get rid of those lipstick. Weekly, bullish. Daily, bullish. 4-hour, bullish. The 1-hour candle, yeah, well, we're still bullish, right? 30-minute, everything is bullish, bullish, bullish. I'm the only one who's bearish because I'm the guy. Yeah. I'm gonna give it. This is now the third time I'm trying to do this move this week. Let's see if this will work for us. And that should give us like a little bit of a. So if this is indeed the high, and I like this correction, I believe that we should correct this in the afternoon. So what I'm gonna do is, let me actually just do some crazy. I'm gonna do like a 2% entry actually. I mean, we don't have anything to lose with this account, do we? So now we're risking like 4K, which is 2% of this account, this demo account. And when we get down there, we should be up like 25, and that should get us, we won't even be near where we were. But yeah, let's see how that goes, guys. So consolidation to the upside. I feel like this zone, if we're gonna come down, then you see this zone right here, this right here, where we do have this, like see that high and this low, that's even too much. Right there, we should be able to get at least to that area, right there, where we've seen all this up and down, and then we left it. We should be able to see the market come down to that zone right there. So if this was a live account, right there, I'll be taking partials right there, and then I break even or reduce my risk by half. That is a must because we are in a bullish environment, right? But because it's a demo, then we can play around and see and whatever, right? But if it's a live account right here, this is a valid short, I believe. It's a good short, but that level right there, actually, yeah, we should be able to get at least to that spot right there, or even to this previous 30-minute range. We should be able to get to that low. So that's a 1.56. So you can close like the 0.56, whatever, and then leave the 1% running. So reduce your risk by half or break even, whatever. That would be the nice way to trade that setup. But we are doing some experiment here, so let's keep on experimenting. So it's now 1 p.m. The 12 a.m. candle is now closed as I had predicted, right? So this is the second day of me getting my prediction wrong. This is how it has closed. It has closed something like this. So the open was somewhere right there, and then we went up. That was the high, and that right there is kind of where we've closed, right? And I'll show it to you on a 1 hour time frame so we can see if I drew it the right way. Wait. I know we went down. So what am I doing, my guy? Oh yeah, that's okay. So the 1 hour period was where 12 p.m. candle was just right there. That was the open, and that's the low. That was the low. So the 1 hour candle was bullish. Come on, my guy. What is that? That's 12:55, and then 12:50. 1 p.m. is this candle. That's where we closed. That high right there. So ideally, how you want to trade this is if you have a bias and you're right, you want whatever it opens, you want it to come down, and then on its way up is where you want to have engaged with your entry, right? So you can have this expansion. So for me, I was bearish, right? So that's why I had it, I was thinking we're gonna go up and then now come down. So by the time we're coming down, I want to have engaged with this short, but that didn't work out for us today. And yep, it is what it is, my guys. It is what it is. So let me get rid of this lipstick. Let me go to a 1 hour candle, and then we change to that bars type of candles, and that is how the 1 hour is closed. Open, we went down a little bit, short up, and then we closed right there. So my entry signal is right above that 1 hour candle, right? Seeing if we can come and take out this low, that would be like also another place for, that would be a nice place for, for partial below this 1 hour candle. Other than that, we haven't seen any potential gains today. Actually, I've taken a loss, but it's all good. It's part of the game. I've said that a million times. So tomorrow is Friday, and look at that 5-minute setup right there. Do you see that right there? I like that. And we can see that this candle, right, came into that whatever. So this is kind of what I was trying to do with the other 5-minute gap that we had seen earlier, where that one closed and then this one closed here, and then this candle has come in here into that imbalance right there, and just inside, and then we're seeing a rejection to the downside. So that's good, but they don't seem to be counting because we're in a bullish environment. Anything bearish is not really amounting to anything. So even this one is a huge risk, right? Because I think that if we can see a reversal this week, it should be tomorrow, right? On a Friday. Most likely it does happen on a Friday, but who knows what price will do. So I'm gonna close this stream over here. I'm gonna leave that entry right there, which is a full 2%. If that goes my way, I believe we should see all this taken out before London tonight. Where with the afternoon, whatever the afternoon declines, it will just be going slow. And if I was to take full TP right there, that would give me like 10 Gs, which is not bad for this account. That would be like 4% for this account. But I want to go to the extremes right there and see how that works. So I'm gonna close this stream today. We didn't see so much. I've taken one loss right there. These are losses from yesterday. These are the huge losses I took on Tuesday, I think, and then I was able to get a little bit back. And then of course I tried taking shots in a bullish environment. Now there's some gems to learn. Oh man, a lot. But then again, the gems I learned were for people trading at night, and I don't trade at night. Cause wow, this thing still hasn't finished business to the upside. Even after 1 p.m. we're still going up. So that right there will be the short. Let me update it. Kevin, what you doing, brother? Oh, we were 5, 2 have left. We've taken out that high, old daily high. I didn't even check to see where we are in terms of this indicator. The previous day high and the previous day low. Where is it? Ooh, we are way above the previous day high. Yeah, that's typical. I believe that was the FOMC push. So have we still seen some rejections here? Some rejections. Um. Okay, we don't need that anymore. I've brought my entry right here. My entry is now here. At that latest low, latest swing low right there. If that is taken, then probably these two have to be taken. That would be a small win, whatever. And I think I can put my stop loss up, but let it just stay up there. But what time is it? It's now 1:10. Oh, the market is gonna be sleeping anytime soon. You can even see it consolidate inside of that high and this low, right there. Or could this be one of those days where the volatility keeps on going until 2 p.m.? Now looking at today's price action, what could have been done differently? Nothing, boy. When we take this high, we expect to see some shorts to the downside, so that's okay. That was a good entry actually, right there. But this one worked. And it's even gone up even further. But not in our entry style. Not our entry style. This one again attempts to come to that weekly imbalance. We are inside this daily support and resistance. Nuts. Can we see a decline to the downside? Definitely can. So this was today. Candle closure was like that. Okay. I'm now by myself in the stream. That's all good. No problem. We are in the upper part of this 30-minute range. We are in the premium zone, which is good. Which is okay. And okay. So that 5-minute thing has been handled. Maybe just a small portion left. Small portion left. So this is that 4-hour imbalance now offering support, right? This is that 4-hour imbalance, and then we are inside of that 4-hour daily support and resistance thing. So wow, I like that. There's something I want to track, and let's actually let me go to a 15-minute time frame, and can I get rid of these levels? Yes, I can. Just do this is today's work. So what I do is I group them, and you can just close that, and we have clean charts right there. So monthly and the weekly we have clean charts. Now I want us to look at something. Look at same thing. This is this was yesterday. We had this decline to this. This even went sideways and shot up. This one, same thing, shot up. This one, we had a decline and we shot up. So these 3 days, men have been extremely bullish. With the Asian time doing nothing. This one we went up and then kept on going up. This one we were going down. So what we did is we went up to go down. We went down, down. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, that is something to note. This one we went down and see. So this 12 p.m. candle like offered us, it was beautiful because we saw that decline to the downside. That was good as well. So okay. So this is which FOMC. FOMC, you're not gonna be getting me again next month. I'll be ready for you. I'll be ready for ya. Oh, hush. I'll be soaring. I'll be soaring, yeah. Man, we are still bullish. My God. What? Okay, I'm gonna stop this stream here, and cause now we're just gonna be like it's gonna be, I don't know. Wow, we are too bullish, my guy. So now we've gapped up. Hey, from this fair value, meaning they can come in and then keep on shooting up. So we've closed that whatever completely. We don't need that no more. 5 minute time frame. That right there has been completely closed. So this one was giving me some hopes for shorts, but if this one close, actually let me do this. If that 5 minute closes below because I'm seeing these two candles and I believe that could be even the same price, but then again we don't have so much volatility right now. What is that close? That close is the numbers up here, 33823.10. What is that open? 3323.10. Same right there. So that is the same thing. So if this one comes and closes below that, then we might be getting some bearish whatever. So let me just wait for another maybe 5 minutes and then I'll close the stream. And we can meet again tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow will do some good for us. This is how trading works, man. Not every day is gonna be a walk in the park. I feel like it would have been a walk in the park if we took longs, but I didn't see I didn't see anything telling me to enter according to my criteria of entry. That high can be respected. That high can be respected, and then we see a decline, and then maybe they come attack it tomorrow during New York, maybe. So maybe we can see a decline on Friday. I'm just trying to speculate. Because whenever we have 1 week that is one-sided, on Friday we usually see a decline like back inside that range to up to 30% of that decline. We do have this 5 minute gap over here. There can be some support and resistance. And can offer us some support. That border is too much. I don't like that. It's not that bad actually. Yep. The 5 minutes closing in 28 seconds. If it closes below this, then there's some hope that we can get some bullish. But then again, the gap is supposed to be from that body to this one, right? So what I did is I just updated to those bodies up there. So once this body touches this body, then we no longer have an imbalance over there. 1 second. So that 5 minutes has closed below. That's good. And then it opens with another gap right there. That's good. That's a little bit hopeful for some shots. But then we have a gap to the upside. I'll be sorry, yeah. Now this is the latest swing low, so I can have my entry right there, but I'll just have it stay where it is. It's not that of a big difference anyway. Because then I believe if we take this low, we're also gonna be taking this low. The thing is, we do have this 4-hour imbalance right there, so they can dip into it and then shoot back up. So is it okay to bring the low to that entry to this low after we crossed? But it's not like they can still not cross it a week and then shoot up. Doesn't make that big of a difference anyway. 28k. I'll be just right there then. This is not a high probability setup at all, but who knows what will happen in the afternoon. What time is it? It's now 1 p.m. I think that high will likely be run in the afternoon for them if they're gonna be going short, because everybody trying to pick a top is also entering and putting their stop losses up there, which I'm one of them. Excuse me. I'll be sorry, yeah. That'd be clever to do that. Okay, the reason why I'm gonna have it here is if they do open and then go up, do whatever they're doing, then they'll get my stop in here, and I believe they shouldn't come back up here again above this zone that I've considered, above that old daily high and this daily support and resistance area right there. Is a huge zone. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop the stream right now and I'll see you tomorrow. In the beginning of the stream I talked about JONAH chapter 4, so you can go check it out. We did find some gems in there, and then I'll see you tomorrow same time. So streaming time begins at 11, and I'm thinking of maybe starting a little bit earlier, so I can also capitalize on, take advantage of the moves that happen at 11 and 11:15 and 11:30, 11:45 and 12. So pretty much that's it. That was Trader Mavera, and I'm out, and I'm out, and I'm out, and I'm out. My position looks like this, the high, and then this low right here is where my entry is. So in case we stay in here and then they open, manipulate to the upside, then my sell stop is gonna be safe. But if they do come down fast to go up, then I'm taking another loss right there, which is all good. And this weekend we're having a lot of journaling to do based on what we saw throughout this week. And I'm out. Thank you so much for watching. Comment, like this stream, and also comment and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, so you can get that bell notification whenever I'm going live. But that's it, and I'm out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. God loves you all, and blessings. Adios, amigos. See you tomorrow.